Okay, part 2 for 3-58. We're going to finish where we were. We just had a couple of more to enter here. And again, we're calculating our high tax based on their taxable wages for each paycheck. And notice times 1.45%. So this one is 31.18. And our last one would be 29.73. Okay, so moving down, now we're going to do the same thing, but we're doing it for the December 31st paycheck, okay? So the December 31st paycheck is the last paycheck, so it's our 24th paycheck. So I'm going to start from the bottom on this one, and we're going to look at these bottom 4 individuals who will never meet the maximum. So we're going to calculate, which we already did up here, this is their paycheck amount, okay? We take their annual divided by 24, so it's how much each paycheck is. So all of those are going to be subject to the taxes. So what you're going to find here is for these bottom 4, it's going to look exactly the same as what we have up here because nothing changes for them. So the ones that change then are going to be our first 2. Our president hit the maximum up on the 15th, okay? So what does that tell us? Well, that tells us that on that paycheck on November 15th, he hit the maximum of annual earnings of $110,100, so he's no longer paying Social Security tax. So even though his paycheck is $5,400, none of that is subject to the OASDI tax, so that's 0. But keep in mind on our high tax, there is no maximum, so all of it, all $5,400 of his last paycheck are subject to taxes. So $5,400 times 1.45% is $78.30. Now our vice president, he will hit the maximum, okay? So we want to figure out when he's going to hit the maximum. So we're going to go up here a little higher. We're going to get our tools, our basic calculator, okay? So he makes $112,800, which we divided by 24, and it shows that $4,700 is his paycheck each pay period. So $4,700, if we take that times 24, we know that's going to give us $112,800. So I'm going to take it times 20 times 23. So his 23rd paycheck puts him at $108,100. Okay, so it's not until his very last paycheck that he hits the maximum. So we're going to take the $110,100 and subtract the $108,100, which is just a $2,000 difference. So if his last paycheck, only $2,000 is going to be subject to Social Security tax. So then we'll take the $2,000 times the 1.45% and we get $84. But again, under the high tax, none of this changes. There is no maximum. So he's going to have to pay Medicare tax on the full $4,700, which will be $68.15. And so again, the rest of these, nothing changes. Every paycheck is the same. So for Sally, every paycheck is $2,900, $121.80 is held out for Social Security, and $42.05 is held out for high tax. So these last ones here would look exactly like it does up here. The ones you have to look at are the ones who have annual salaries over $110,100, and then we have to determine at what point, which paycheck, they're going to go over that maximum for Social Security, and then how much of that paycheck is actually going to be subject to the Social Security taxes.